Are we live? I think we're live. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means? One Piece chapter drops, and it's 10:83. The One Piece chapters, man, they've been dropping so early. What for? What, like the past 2 months? So I have not been spoiled on this chapter, but I think that it's another crazy one. Like it's what, the fifth crazy chapter that Oda has dropped, and even the chapters before that. Like I'm talking about since 1079, the Shanks greatness, the red hair greatness, and then the Garp Chujo. And then last week we also had a crazy episode. Personally, out of the last 4 episodes, my least favorite one, but still, it was good. And the only spoiler that I've received about this chapter is that it's going to be a continuation of the last chapter. So we're going to know about what Sabo found, what Sabo saw about probably Im Sama, and also about other things, probably about Vivi's dad, about King Cobra, about him dying, about one celestial dragon being the attempted assassination. So yeah, let's get started. And as usual, you know what's the deal. If you're here, please drop by in the comments. I'll be sure to read your comments if I see them. Oh, you're already here, some people. Hi Pain, how are you? And hi Lucas, how's it going? Sanjida, ahoy mate. Ahoy mate. Alright, so let's start the chapter. Have you read the chapter yet, Pain and Lucas? Oh, so Pain says this chapter isn't as good as the last few ones. Alright, so maybe it's not as good, but still, if it's comparable, right? So I'm down with that. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, Dofi, my favorite One Piece villain. Dofi is in the cover page. He's doing what? Is that a band-aid? Okay, so the chapter is titled The Truth About That Day. Okay, so we're going to know about what happened to Sabo, what Sabo saw. And the cover art request was by Mikuro. Doflamingo tending to a fallen chick and making a nest with his coat. Okay, so Dofi actually used his coat, the fur coat. And oh my gosh, and he is so altruistic here. This is so out of character. I would never have thought that Dofi would do something like this. And look at his face. He's like what? He's like annoyed that he is so much helpful to children. I mean to animals. And it's just a chick bird. Well, we do know that he's all about family. Maybe he's a soft spot. He has a soft spot for young animals, for children, and it's also like he has that whole thing about the bird cage. Maybe he has a thing for birds. He has also Doflamingo, right? It's a flamingo. Maybe he has a thing for birds. So I'm really surprised that Dofi would actually tend to a fallen chick, and not only tend to it, but also making a nest with his coat. Oh my gosh. So Sanjita said, "You are late." So Lucas says, "Just good, just nothing huge." And Sanjita says, "You are late because we were watching Hunter x Hunter." Yes, so guys, Pain said, "What HXH episode are you at?" So I've actually watched Hunter x Hunter 3 times. So for the first time I watched the old anime version, like I think it's 1999 version. So that didn't go, that just ended at York New City. So I've watched Hunter x Hunter, the 2011 version 2 times already, by myself and also with my brother, and this is the third watch through, you can say, with my wife. So we're at, what episode are we at? I think we're at 134. We're at the very end of the Ant arc. So the Ant arc is my personal favorite arc of Hunter x Hunter. York New City is my second favorite. Oh my gosh, the Ant arc we just saw. So spoiler warning for those who have not watched or read Hunter x Hunter. So we're just at the point where Meruem, the Ant King, realizes that Komugi was what he was searching for. Like he had a temporary memory loss after his fight with Netero, but now he's regained his memories. No, I have not read the manga, Pain. Have you read the manga? I'm thinking about reading the manga because I'm very excited to see Hisoka versus Chrollo. And also Pain says Dofi is also one of my favorite villain. I really want him see him in the future. So I think he is going to play a part in the future, especially in what? In as a Seraphim, right? As S Flamingo. And Lucas says Dofi was a bird that fell from the nest of the Celestials. Yes. Very good, Lucas. So he was a, like, you can say he's a fallen god, or he's a fallen celestial king, right? Because we all know his backstory, his father. Alright, so let's go to the chapter proper. Okay, so we do get a note from Oda. He said, I finally caught a Galarian Moltres. Okay, so he plays Pokemon. Okay. Have you guys played like Galar, the newest Pokemon? Like it's, I think, what? Scarlet and something. Have you played it? Has everyone else already got one? Oda Eiichiro. I wish I would have the time to play Pokemon again. The last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon White 2, or it was Black 2, so I haven't played Sun and Moon yet, and also Sword and Shield, and now the latest one. And also Legends Arceus, I want to play that. So Pain says, no, not yet. I really want to see the outside world so bad. Okay, so you want to see the Dark Continent, do you mean that? Okay, so beginning the chapter, we accomplished everything we set out to do. So Sabo is saying that there is Morley, there is Koala, there are some of the other like new characters that we saw, the second in commands of the commanders of the East Blue, North Blue, South Blue, West Blue. What did Sabo see? All 3 objectives were taken care of. We officially declared war. So there were 3 objectives that they had when they infiltrated the Reverie. We officially declared war by destroying the Celestial Dragon symbol. So that was the Celestial Dragon symbol. Ironically, it looks like the sun, but the sun rays, they're not like all around the sun. There are 4 rays of the sun, you can say. And look at the buildings. The buildings look like the buildings look like the Ottoman Empire, like, you know, the Muslim minarets. And then Sabo said the second objective, we rescued Kuma-san and freed as many slaves as possible. Okay. Finally, we managed to find and destroy the Holy Land's food reserves. Okay, so there were 3 objectives, but this is the 3rd objective that it says. Like, is this the most important one? I would have thought that the most important was maybe declaring war, maybe rescuing Kuma. But food reserves, okay. So what was the fallout? Look at Ivan-san. Ivankov is so tall. Like, his face is as tall as Sabo. It was nothing to sneeze at, but we got the world's attention and the Navy ended up sending in the big guns. So Pain says, yeah, apparently Netero's son is out there in the Dark Continent. Yeah, I saw a video by Grand Line Review, you can say New World Review by Liam. So he said, I saw a video, watched a video about Beyond Netero, right? So it's Netero's son. We don't know if he's as strong as Netero or maybe as even stronger, but he is strong. So to continue, the Navy ended up sending in the big guns. Meanwhile, we triggered uprisings in 12 nations. So Ivankov is shocked, where we held strong influence, 8 of which were successful. Okay, so Dragon is talking about what they did, okay? So they triggered uprisings in 12 nations and 8 were successful. The other 4 were defeated by the status quo, right? Well, you say 8 were successful, but one of them vanished, the kingdom of Lulusia. Right. Okay, so when Sabo said, and the Navy ended up sending in the big guns, he is most probably referring to Green Bull and Fujitora, right? The headlines censored everything, but the 7 others have all declared their intent to no longer pay the celestial tribute or comply with the exploitative exporting of their resources. Okay. Look at Ivan. On top of that, the Revolutionary Army is attacking, this is typo here, attacking, okay, government supply carriers all over the world to stop resources from reaching Marijoa. So why is the spelling like this? Like there are 3 typos in this bubble. They say the Holy Land's high up location makes it an impenetrable fortress. Okay. So the people, the celestial dragons living in Marijoa, they are not getting their food supplies because Sabo cut off their food supplies. That's why it's so important. All right. So look at Ivan. But we'll see how they like living under siege. They'll finally get a taste of what it is to live in poverty and go hungry. So here Ivan is actually looking like Bon Clay. This close-up, right? Hee-haw. So that's been such a long time since I heard or since I read it. Hee-haw. That's what I call a result. Indeed, we may not be able to cut off all their supplies, but we're squeezing them slowly but surely. They must be struggling by now. So look at the effects of the wind, right? Is that Shanks? Who are they? As expected though, they're not a foe who will just take all this lying down. Our real battle will start when they mobilize God's Knights. Okay, wait a minute. So we're getting new enemies. So God's Knights. They are probably, not even probably, they are most likely the defenders of Marijoa. So are they admiral level? Probably not, but they could be stronger than the regular vice admiral. But Garp is a vice admiral. They're not stronger than Garp, but the regular vice admiral, especially T-Bone, the guy that got killed. God's Knights. Okay, our real battle will start when they mobilize the God's Knights. And look at the background, the swirling patterns in the background. Is that significant? Because we know that swirls are so important, Oda said in the SVS. And also, like Sanji swirls, Devil Fruit swirls, right? For some reason, the guy at the very, whose silhouette is the most shown, he kind of looks like Shanks. I don't know why. Maybe it's the sword. Griffin is also looking like that, and also Shanks' coat collar. Who could the others be? I think they're all new characters, right? So Pain says they are trying to quarantine the Marijoans. Right. The Marijoa people, the celestial dragons, they're trying to put them under lockdown. Ivan says, you realize you will be their number 1 target, right, Sabo? Or should I start calling you Flame Emperor boy? So we know that Ivankov calls Luffy as Mugiwara boy. He adds a boy suffix. Sabo says, I'm not too hot on that name. It doesn't matter what the truth behind King Cobra's assassination is. The news reports have made you a hero already, Dragon is saying. In the eyes of revolutionaries everywhere, authority figures within the world government are hated for being subhuman monsters. Okay, so they're saying that they're admitting that there's a propaganda. Like revolutionaries everywhere, all around the world, they think that anyone who holds authority within the world government, they are not good humans. Well, there are certainly many malignant, power-hungry despots who deserve that reputation. There are also a number of intelligent and fair rulers too. Okay, so it's Dragon saying that. It's Dragon, the leader of the revolutionaries, saying that. That's good. I didn't expect this from One Piece. It's not always that it's not black and white, right? I really appreciate this nuance. And look at Dragon. He looks like a main character here. Or maybe the main villain. He looks badass here. So look at Kamabaka Kingdom. And Arabastus King Cobra was in a class of his own. Everyone considered him to be an outstanding sovereign. Okay, so they are particularly putting this in the context of Alabastus' ruler, King Cobra. So it's not like they're talking about all the world's leaders, all the world's kings. It's not like So they're just saying that not all the world's kings are bad. So King Cobra was not bad. Unfortunately, misinformation spreads faster than nuances like that, right? So the world opts to look at things in a black and white manner, right? This might be cool to say, but while I feel bad for what happened to King Cobra, what Sabo is saying that he doesn't want to meander on this fact, he wants to move on to another thing. I think I can live with the way this all played out if it helps fuel the flames of rebellion. So Sabo is looking at the bigger picture, but I'm surprised that he is just glossing over King Cobra's death. Gulp, slam. My, you really are unshakable. Then spit it out already. What really happened? King Cobra assassinated. Oh, so the newspapers have shown that Sabo is the one who assassinated King Cobra. Well, we don't know that, but this picture, how did they take this picture? Oh my gosh. Look at this, and King Cobra is also in flames. Isn't he? Isn't? Maybe, maybe not. It's a little unclear. Like around his arms. It looks like it's flames there. Is there any truth behind this scoop? Terrible TJ, yo, let's go. So Payne says they probably got people stronger than Cypherpool protecting the Celestial. So the Cypherpool also are very strong. Like I've been watching the anime also, and I'm reminded how strong CP0 was. Like they are mid-diffing, like Apu, they're mid-diffing Drake, right? So they're much more powerful than we probably give them credit. So if the God's Knights are stronger than CP0, they probably are, because CP0 like protect, like do the bidding of the Gorosei, and Marijua people, like the Celestial Dragons, they are probably guarded by a force even stronger than CP0. So Evan says, we all shed tears over this, desperately trying to find an explanation because we all wanted to believe in you. And then Dragon doesn't say anything. Dragon just sips his glass because he was saying he was very out of sorts when he heard the news, when he saw the news, when he read the news. But then in the last chapter he was like, it didn't shake him. So I don't see how Oda is going to get Dragon out of this one. I think it was an overreaction for sure the first time. Like he was like, what? Sabo killed someone? Over a month ago, okay. So Sabo is telling the story. Over a month ago at the home of the gods in the holy land of Marijua, not long after the reverie began, they're attacking the home of the gods. Okay, so after the reverie began, a month ago, so the Straw Hats were in Wano for more than a month. So after the reverie ended, people were attacking Marijua. Get out here and help us, you lousy bureaucrats. They blew up the storehouse. The intruders are with the revolutionary army. We're under attack. It's the 4 captains. Is that Mjosgard? This is outrageous. First they attacked our beloved symbol, and now the plebs have taken away our exquisite food. And also pay attention to their hairstyle. It doesn't look exactly like a whale, right? But it is like it's much longer than Kinamon's top knot. Like the people of Wano, sometimes they have top knots. Does the jealousy of these vermin know no bounds? I don't even want to keep the heads, just dispose of them at once. After all, summon all those dreadful bodyguards and have them executed. Those miserable wretches allowed this to happen on their watch. So the Celestial Dragons are livid with anger. You depraved snail! I told you to hurry. God, what would you do if something were to happen to me? And look at this guy with the Pirate King hat. I've had enough, I'll walk myself. Consider yourself fired, you useless piece of trash. Oh, he's going to kill him. I was thinking that if he's fired, then it's good because he doesn't have to serve you. But then you're going to kill him? Oh, someone saved him. Who is it? My gun. Who do you think you are? It's Karasu. Ooh. Wow. He looks like a My Hero Academia villain. Like, I don't remember the name, but he was one of the main villains in a previous arc. Overhaul? I think he was called Overhaul, right? Growing suit. Escape to the east of the city. War. Okay. No, it's not Overhaul. It's someone else. I don't remember the name. It's Overhaul was someone else. It's the Revolutionary Army. So they're shooting, but then Karasu is, of course, he's like a Logia. He's not gonna take damage like this. Get Saint Pluming to safety. Let's riddle this scum with bullets. Blast him till there's nothing left. So there really is nothing left. Don't tell me he's like a Logia. Obelisut. Northern Army of the Revolutionary Army. Karasu ate the suit fruit. Okay, so he's like the suit human. Suit is like volcanic ash, right? Okay, so why does he turn into crows? Is that like an affinity like Hunter x Hunter? Okay. Laser shooter. Hurry up, gather at the east side of the city. We're gonna get you out of here, okay? I thank you so much. The people are saying, the slaves, thank you so much. So one of them has the queen outfit. You can thank me when you're free. So here is Lindbergh, southern captain of the Revolutionary Army. They're really going at it over there. We're not going to see what his fruit is. They're headed this way. Hurry up and release everyone. Leave it to me. Crow. Oh, it's Fujitora. How long have I not seen Fujitora? Oh my gosh. Rencon. Here is Morley, western captain of the Revolutionary Army. Morley is fighting Green Bull. Oh my, this boy sure likes to play rough. You're the ones destroying the city. Just cough off where your leader went off to. You shouldn't sniff around and stalk people, you dirty little perv. You're as bad as him. Watch where you're swinging. Ryukugu, you bastard. I'll see to it that you hang if any of us get hurt. Damn, it's impossible to fight here. Get out of the way already. So Green Bull cannot fight Morley because of the celestial dragons, right? And here's Fujitora. What do you think you're doing? I'm calling it a meteor strike. Don't we need it? It's a terrible idea if he shoots in a meteor here. Okay, so we get a more fleshed out fight. Well, we didn't get a fight before. We just got the news, but we are getting a glimpse into what happened between the fight of Fujitora and Green Bull versus the revolutionary captains. There are two admirals here. If we were anywhere but the home of the gods, that would be more than enough power to turn any battlefield upside down. So I really like it. I really like that they're emphasizing the fact that two admirals can easily take out Sabo and his men. Like, I think even one admiral can do that. Okay, so we get CP0 here, right? Khalifa, Bluno, Jabra, Fukuru, right? And what's his name? Even if you ignore the handicap, the evolutionary captains are doing well to stand their ground. Chapapa, how long since I've not heard that? Yo-yo-y. Just goes to show there are no pushovers. That's a great chapter. I'm really enjoying it. Pain. Karasu looks badass. Captains are facing admirals head on. Wow, yes. I'm really liking this chapter. Sawa, don't you have the keys to these collars yet? I just found out where they keep them. So are they talking about Kuma's chains, right? It won't be long. Or no, they're talking about all of the slaves' collars. Huff huff. Lindbergh, what's up? Kuma-san's in Pangaea Castle too. What? I just spotted him with that dumb father and son Saint duo. Oh my gosh. Saint Charles. They must still be looking to get revenge for the thing we heard about at the public courtyard. What the hell? Mufufu, Chief of Staff of the Revolutionary Army Sabo. He hasn't given up on getting Shirahoshi. I'll make her my pet. I won't forgive them for using Kuma-san like this. Yeah, we won't let them get away with it. Morley, make sure everything's ready. Okie dokie. Okay. So Shirahoshi is smiling. There is Bonnie, her father. Here is Lucci. Can't you buzz off? I'd rather have Vice Admiral Garp's help. If Garp were here, oh man. Don't worry, we'll protect you like you protected Shirahoshi. Oh wait, you didn't. And that creep's definitely going to target her again. I'm afraid only King Cobra has been permitted an audience with the 5 elders. But, cough cough, Chaka, Pell. We're going to see Pell. Yeah, we do see Pell here. Oh my gosh, Pell. Whenever I hear the name Pell, it's like a trauma. This won't take long. Okay, so here is Cobra. Oh, the chapter's over already? And it would be tedious for you to wait outside. It'd be a much better use of your time to look out for Vivi. So Vivi is already lost. She's always been a mischievous one. You can't let her get out of your sight for a second. No, she's not lost. She's just not with them. What's the purpose of this meeting? So it's over already. Okay, so we're already at the end of the chapter. Look at this comment. Oh my gosh. It's the first villain. Higuma, right? He was called Higuma. Yeah, I really like this chapter, but this felt like so short. Let me skim through the chapter before ending the video. So we were focused on one storyline in this chapter, the revolutionaries. The first half of the chapter, I'd say it was a bit slow compared to the last half, but it was still interesting to me. So Sabo talked about the 3 objectives, and the main mystery that was like teased in this chapter was God's Knights. I'm very excited about them. Do we know anyone? I'm sure some YouTubers, some people will have good guesses about at least some of them, at least one of them. Or it could also be that they're all new characters, but it would be better if at least some of them, if Enel was there. Oh my gosh, God's Knights. I wonder how Sabo got in this picture. King Cobra assassinated. Look at how many people are there in Mauritia. No, they're not people, they're just greenery, right? Bushes. I think a little bit too much time was spent on the panels about the Celestial Kings, Dragons dialogues, right? Could be trimmed a little. I was very hyped about Fujitora and Green Bull. Oh my gosh, and Karus' ability as well, Suit Fruit. I wish we'd also get the double fruits of the other captains. Is it me, or does Fujitora already look battered? No, it's just his clothes, but he looks so fat. He looks fatter than Jinbei. Okay, so Bonnie is here. Shirahoshi, why is she so smiley? King Cobra looks so calm. Oh my gosh, we see bells up to his neck. Chaka is here. Pain says, what if God's Knights are Warlord clones? Okay, Warlord clones? You're referring to the Seraphim? Like more of them? One of the silhouette looks like Shanks. What if it's his clone? Yeah, that's what I said at the very beginning. Like, he reminds me of Shanks. Let's go to that silhouette again. That panel. Can we pinpoint anyone? Can we take a guess? Like, look at the hair. Like, one of them has the hair of Clover, right? Isn't that Clover's hair? And another one of them has, like, in the very back, like, what would they call in Skypiea? One of the tribes, right? One of them has what? Horns. One of them is short. Maybe it's a woman. Actually, two of them are short. Yeah, very good chapter. I've really dug this chapter. I think I like this chapter more than the last chapter even. Rencon. So Fujitora straight up blocked Kara's attack, but then he was going to summon a meteor. Oh my gosh. And was Green Bull struggling against Morley? So Pain says, I don't want any more clones. I want new characters. Out of silhouettes are misleading sometimes. Yeah, so it's realistic this way because we cannot be sure if it's actually a character from the past or if it's a new character. But I do like this theme that it's not always new characters and it's not always old characters, right? And yeah, I also agree that I don't want any more. I have agreed. I do want to see S Flamingo, and it'd be very, very appropriate if Doflamingo, like he was shown in the cover page, and if he was among the gods' knights, right? And also it would be such a thematic punchline, right? Of him being a celestial dragon's like guard when he was actually a celestial dragon from birth, right? So yeah, I'm going to end the stream right now. Thank you everyone for commenting. Thanks goes to Pain especially. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye everyone.